Previously on Star Trek
and of course,
Online.
the DR4 system. Signal worked, Captain. Reman scout ship in range. It's moving to scan the area. Sensor lock confirmed. We'll be able to track them if they go to warp. Detecting a large energy buildup, sir. Romulan battleship decloaking. Captain, they're firing on the Reman ship. Scout ship's weapons and engines are damaged. They're cloaking, attempting to re-establish sensor lock.
And now, the continuation.
We're being hailed by Obasek, putting him on the screen now.
The Reman Resistance is very much in need of your help.
My contacts tell me that Starfleet has rejected my request for military assistance. That is regrettable, but not unexpected. The Tal Shiar are formidable opponents, as are the forces directing their action. I understand why the Federation would hesitate to engage them directly. So today I appeal to you, not as an ally in battle, but as a person of compassion. My people need your help. I need your help. One of our ships was carrying a load of Thalaron weapons through the Nopata system. That ship has disappeared. There are no indications there was a battle. It's as if my ship and its cargo simply vanished. I know you have your reservations about the lengths to which I will go to secure the freedom of my people. Tell me, if you do not trust me with Thalaron weapons, do you want Hakiv to have them? I can provide you with the last coordinates of the vessel. Please help me. Do what you will with the weapons, if they survive. But find my people.
Commander, I'm not reading any active vessels on scanners. There is, however, a debris field nearby. It's clustered around a satellite in orbit of the planet, and the composition of the debris corresponds with ships that have gone missing in this region. I'll keep scanning, sir, but we'll need to take a closer look before I can determine if there are Thalaron weapons on one of the hulks. Keep the shields up. Take us to yellow alert. Commander, I'm not detecting that vessel that Obasek sent us to find. But all of the ships in this debris field show signs of being affected by the same thing. A high-frequency energy beam that overloaded all of their systems. If the Reman ship was hit by that beam, it might have crashed into the planet's surface or gone adrift somewhere else in the system. I'm detecting energy readings from the satellite, sir. If the Reman crew detected them as well, they could have tried to use it to record a distress signal. We'll need to be closer before I can attempt to uplink with the satellite's communications array. Report! Commander, we're stuck. This beam is holding us like a fly in spider's web. We've managed to keep life support and environmental systems active, but almost everything else is offline. Shields, weapons, engines, nothing works. I'm not detecting any life signs on the satellite, sir, but there is a compartment with life support. The systems operating the beam must be automated. The chief says we have enough power in the backups for one transport. Recommend we send his team over to that satellite and find a way to turn the beam off. Away team to transporter room 2. Try to make this quick. Captain, the consoles here appear to control the beam that are draining the power from Alexandria. But there is a security lock preventing access. We need to find a usable console. Alright, let's see what we can find. Online. Console's engaged in another operation. Okay. Engaged. Power save modes disengaged. Process priority order overwritten. This console doesn't appear to be locked like the others. Whoever did this must not have thought the console used for inventory control was important. I think I can access a back door into the rest of the satellite's programs from here. I see the problem. The Romulan consoles are causing a lockout by forcing the satellite's primary processors to run through a series of equations and removing key bits of information from the answers, which causes the processors to lock up. If we can solve these equations and input the correct information directly into the consoles, the security lock on the satellite's controls should be released. I've downloaded the corrupt equations onto this console for you to work on. Okay. Just some simple math. I think I can do this. Next cycle. $44. Captain, we've solved the equations that were causing issues in the other consoles. Now we need to plug these correct values into the console controlling the security lock. Then we should be able to access all of the satellite's major operations. Alright, let's see what we can come across here. Right targeting. Okay. Accessing targeting. Captain, this console controls the satellite's targeting functions. I'm not sure if there's a way to disable whatever it is that is disabling systems on our ships. But if we can get this satellite to target something else, we may have a chance of prying our ship free. Access long-range scanners. Expand range to 1,000 kilometers. The identification. Reclassify derelict hulk. Examine telematic data. Access targeting control. Designate derelict hulk as priority target. Commander, the satellite has ensnared a piece of debris near the ship. Its stranglehold on us is weaker, but we're not out of the woods yet. Critical systems are stable, but we still don't have weapons or long-range communications. Alright. Find a way to shut this thing down. Engaging power save mode. This console looks like it controls the satellite's power supply. Since we weren't able to free our ship by targeting something else, perhaps we can decrease the power to the satellite's weapon. Then the Alexandria might be able to break free. Update power save modes. Load economical. Main, set process. Restore factory default settings. Commander, we found that if the Alexandria does not attempt to move or fire the satellite, that it will engage a lower power version of the beam affecting us. It's almost like an energy saving mode. We can use that to our advantage. At least, we won't have to worry about life support. We'll hold the ship stable and keep working on boosting power to critical systems while you try to disrupt the satellite's function and free us. This console controls the satellite's general operations, Captain. We've managed to minimize the power output of the satellite. I think if we keep at it, we can switch the satellite's controls over to a sleep mode that will shut down everything but life support and power. Alright. Set the operational state to off. Captain, systems are coming back online all over the ship. We have weapons, shields, even the replicators are working again. Transporters are standing by, sir. We can beam you back as soon as you're ready. Alexandria, 5 to beam back. Where am I? Now what?
If you fail to comply with
Now
commands,
we fight,
you will be
or
punished.
we die. Make sure you pick up a melee weapon. All of your gear is deactivated, and I won't protect you in there.
Great. What are those weapons over there?
I've never seen those weapons used before by anyone in the arena. I think the mercenaries who act as the occasional guard thought that those weapons might actually be worth something, unlike the beat-up ones they let us use. My best guess is that they're looking to sell them at some point when their contract here is up for some extra money.
Right. Well, what are my options? Aura, a sword, or batleth? Well, I got pretty good using a batleth during the war.
Remember to equip your new weapon.
Commencing test 1. Unported Desert Akari entering testing area. Commencing test 2. Releasing Warrigals now.
got to? Oh.
1478. Remain in the area for interrogation. Prisoner, return to holding area. Failure to comply will result in punishment.
Wonder what's going to happen now.
What do you want?
Who are you?
My name is Slamek. I am part of a resistance. Perhaps you have heard of it? About a week ago, I was part of a crew ferrying weapons from one base to another. When we passed through this system, a satellite disabled our ship. It drifted into the planet's atmosphere. I activated the emergency transporter, and a few of us were able to transport to safety before the ship crashed in the desert. We were looking for shelter and a way to contact our people when a group of soldiers found us. They took us here and kept throwing us into the arena. Now I'm the only one remaining. That is all I know.
You said you were transporting weapons. What happened to them?
We were transporting a shipment of Thaleron weapons. I know that your people will not use them. We do not want to, but our fight is getting desperate. We needed to do something, anything that would shift the tide of war, even if that choice was horrific. I jettisoned our cargo as we were entering the atmosphere. The weapons were completely destroyed. I've seen what Thaleron weapons are capable of firsthand. I could not allow them to contaminate a world not involved in my people's fight.
Any idea who brought you here?
I don't know who is responsible for this place. The trainers and the guards all appear to be mercenaries, without any clue about what's going on. They're paid to keep us in cages and look the other way. The night I was brought in, I was interrogated. There were bright lights in my eyes and a synthetic voice asking me questions. Whoever it was took care to conceal his identity.
Any idea what they want with us?
I have no idea what they want with us, or why they make us fight. This all seems like some sort of giant game, but there is no one in the stands to be entertained.
Are there other prisoners being forced to fight?
I think there are others. I hear other fights. If there are other prisoners, I have never been able to contact them. We are kept separated and caged unless we are fighting.
Is there any way out of here?
The trainers carry key cards. That's the only way I know to get through the defenses.
Do you think we can get one of those cards?
Can I trust you?
Yes.
I can see that we think the same way, friend. A few years ago, I worked as a bodyguard for a Ferengi merchant. He had a talent for acquiring latinum. And during my time with him, I learned a few things. I was able to lift a key card from one of the trainers during my interrogation. If you help me, I think we can overpower the guards and escape through the main door in the arena.
Let's get out of here.
If you fail to comply with command,
Wonder what they're gonna make us fight next. Gazu was bad enough.
Test Scenario 4 activated. A Hala released.
We need more help! I'll try to free the other prisoners. You fight the worms!
Oh, you are kidding me!
Use the consoles on the sides of the arena to fight the Elder Worm!
Ugh. Ugh.
Just like last time. Use the remaining console on the side of the arena to fight the Elder Worm.
Goes nothing.
There's another set of consoles by the metal wall. Use them while the worm is distracted.
Ugh. Other door, apparently. Ugh. Ugh. Almost there. Much better. Ugh. Have a taste of this.
The worm destroyed the metal wall! Run! That's our way out! Romulan base? Here? What did they want with us? And what is that device?
Iconian gateway. Disable the dampening field. We have some real weapons. I've disabled my shock collar. Let's get out of here. That waste pipe has to lead out of this place. First things first. See if I can get this working. Here's whoever created this laboratory rigged controls to an Iconian gateway. Our master's patience wear thin, Hakim. Time grows short, and still you have not provided all of the species data that they require. Are you having trouble acquiring targets? I provided you with the necessary technology to modify the satellite in the Nopata system, but your little snare is slow. What we need is more test subjects. Perhaps a small colony would be enough. I will contact you again to work out the details. Transporter log. 5 destinations: Nopata Base Delta, RW Havile, Brea 3, Dara 4, Higher, Listening Post Gamma. He's been using this thing. Let's see if I can get the gateway controls online. Biometric mismatch. Damn! Let's see what else I can glean here. Project Decimation. New subject. Commander Tanner Day captured from USS Alexandria. Initial analysis. Subject's threat level is high and risk of escape or intervention in testing is elevated. Notify Colonel Hakiv and escalate to Level 6 trials. What are the test parameters? Project goal: to develop a matrix of Alpha Quadrant species. We must determine which species can be pitted against one another for maximum devastating effect to each. Tests will not be limited to sentient species, as the Iconians have technology will allow us to effectively introduce new flora and fauna to alien worlds. Research observations. Honored Master, it'll take some time to complete my report, but I have personal observations for you that may prove useful. Please consider them when you make your plans. Humans and Klingons show the greatest proclivity toward fighting when there is no chance of victory. Breaking a Vulcan's emotional control will usually render him helpless. They have no ability to process the emotions they so zealously suppress. The Jorans will fight to the death to defend homes or loved ones, but they may reject a fight that doesn't threaten what they hold dear. Betazoids will detect betrayal almost instantly, but their telepathic senses can be overwhelmed by extreme pain or violent thoughts. This can allow an infiltrator to escape their notice. A possible wedge to break the Klingon Empire may be the Gorn. More than 77% of Gorn captives chose to help another Gorn before assisting a Klingon, even if that choice resulted in the death of the Klingon. Hirogen are formidable in single combat, but their fractured society reduces their threat level significantly. I have been unable to separate a Trill symbiote from its host for separate study. 2 attempts to implant a symbiote in a host from another species have failed. Both the symbiote and the host died within hours. Undine are quite interesting. I request more time to study this race in greater detail. Records for prisoner 1478. Captured along with a small group of Riemann soldiers by Desert Patrol. Interrogation inconclusive. Recommend use of holographic conditioning. Single combat tests. Subject was wounded on 4 occasions but survived all 4 tests. Recommendation: prisoner 1478 may be a suitable subject for team testing or alternative study. Forward data to Colonel Hakiv for evaluation. Personal log. They contacted me again. My associates have 2 tasks for me now. First, the destruction of the Remans. I understand their anger. The Remans are attempting to rise above their station. They're mindless slaves, and they need to respect their betters. Taurus was able to control them. After Starfleet captured her, the surviving Remans developed delusions of self-worth. This troublemaker, who calls himself Obisek, who is he to tell them that they can be free? Does the beast of burden have the right to choose its own destiny? If the problem were not so irksome, it would be almost comical. I will present Obisek's broken corpse to the Iconians in tribute. They will reward me richly for my loyalty. The second task will take more effort. The Iconians want data. They want the species of the Alpha Quadrant tested until they break. They want to know their weaknesses and how to exploit them. They want to see their strengths, how to destroy them. I will admit I take no little pleasure in this task. It'll be quite entertaining to make some of those self-righteous humans turn on one another, or push one of those blustering braggarts from the Kronos until he begs for death. Oh, and the Vulcans. I will make Vulcans weep, and I will savor each tear. I know of an abandoned Coliseum in the Opata system. We can find a way to lure test subjects there. It'll take time and effort, but I am confident I can do what the Iconians want. Alright. That's definitely interesting to get to know. Ugh.
Watch out. There are Romulan Scorpion fighters overhead. They're looking for us. We need to move quickly and smartly to avoid detection. I recommend we head to the east. See that mountain in the distance? My ship crashed on the other side. It may have something we can use to signal your vessel. The search for us will only get more intense the longer we stay here. We need to get away from the arena as quickly as possible. There's a fighter heading straight for us. Quick, take cover in those dark rocks over there. Stay still and wait for that fighter to pass overhead. If we're fortunate, they won't detect us. They didn't see us. Let's move on. I can't go on. My injuries from the arena are too painful. We need to find a place to rest for a moment.
This hillside over here looks fine.
Forgive me, my friend, but the pain... I need to rest, just for a moment. My wounds are agonizing. I fear the worm's venom may have infected me. The pain is excruciating. My vision is blurred, and my blood burns in my veins. Before we were captured, my science officer said that the local plants here have medicinal qualities. Please, I need your help. Find something to ease my suffering. I need something to disinfect my wound, something to treat my fever, and anything that will ease my pain. Thank you, my friend. I know that I would have died today if it weren't for you.
I'll see what I can find. Plant has analgesic qualities. Won't be as strong as anything in the med bay. It'll take the edge off Samek's plane. It looks like it would work as an anti-critic to help with the fever. Right. So plant here. This plant looks like it worked as a disinfectant. Wildlife very friendly. samples. Okay. That should do it.
Thank you, my friend. I'm feeling better now. I think I can continue.
On your feet. Quite a bit to go.
Now that we're in the canyon, we shouldn't have to worry about the fighters anymore. Just the local wildlife. Keep your eyes open.
I heard some earlier. Hopefully nothing too major. Got movement. Say lots. Can't believe some Vulcans use these as pets. More of them. Colder and colder by the second. We're gonna need to find shelter.
The weather isn't going to hold out for too much longer. We should look for a place to spend the night. I've noticed that there are things we can gather along the way to make our night more pleasant. The search patrols are moving on. We will not survive a night in this desert. We need to find shelter and safety. If we can scavenge provisions to create a camp, we'll have a better chance of reaching the wreckage of my ship alive.
What do we need?
I don't know about you, but it has been many hours since I last ate. Our captors gave us just enough food to keep us alive, but I can hear a pack of wild wargles. I have killed hundreds of wargles in the tests. I wonder what they taste like. I expect the wargles will probably lair somewhere near water, perhaps up on a ridge where they can leap down on prey. Let's both keep a lookout somewhere that we may find them. This looks like prime Warrigal territory. A pack could easily hide in those craggy hills to the north and come down for water when they aren't hunting. The search patrols are moving on.
I'll take care of the food.
That should last us through the night. Let's get into this cave before the temperature drops anymore. The temperature is dropping rapidly now. This cave should protect us from the elements. I've done some exploring. It looks like this cave continues when the sun rises. Side of the mountain. We could save time and energy by using the passage instead of trying to find a path over the mountain. Excellent. The passage saved us hours. This could be a good day. Let's find my ship. My ship isn't far from here. I think I can make out smoke from the wreckage on the horizon. There she is. She wasn't much to look at, but she was ours. And when we were flying through space, we were free. Perhaps she can help us one last time.
Sure, I can figure out something.
We should check to see if the emergency beacon survived the crash. But in the likely event it didn't, we might be able to piece together some components to create a makeshift emergency beacon.
There's no way this vessel will ever fly. Damage done by the fall through the planet's atmosphere is severe. The emergency distress beacon wasn't vaporized in the crash. It's probably buried under 30 meters of rock and sand like the singularity drive in the cargo bays. There's a backup generator with a minuscule amount of energy left. Find the right components and probably construct a makeshift subspace beacon. Won't be anything more than transmit a few pulses, but should do the trick. Alright, let's see what we can find. Communication array. Let's see. There we go. It's distortion inverter. Ah, that looks like a navigational beacon. Perfect. Gotta get it to the power source. That should do it. Alright. Just gotta wait for the rescue outside. Oh.
Did you think you could run from me? There is no place where I cannot find you. My spies are everywhere. Prisoner 1478, take your place. You did your job admirably. It is good to know at least one Riemann understands who is the master and who is the slave. The loss of the listening post was a minor setback. The Riemann's refuge in the Dera system has been destroyed. Dozens of subjects have been tested in my arena. When the Iconians return, they will find I have done all they have asked, and more. But you will not be there on that dreaded day. This tiresome game ends now. You could have been such a fascinating test subject, but this time, no. This time I think a more direct approach is best. Ready? Aim.
Another time, Hakeem. Get me Obasek.
I apologize for Slamic's action. I had no idea there was a traitor in our midst. If his actions caused harm to you or your crew, forgive me. That was not my intent. However, your trip to the Nopata system was not in vain. Now you see. Now you know. Hakiv is a pawn of a greater power. The demons of air and darkness are here. You should report to your superiors. Tell them what you have seen here. Open their eyes to the dangers that lurk in the shadows.